Very good morning. You're watching the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you. Well, it is Monday morning and there's lots that's making news. Let us start with the headlines. Last date for filing nomination for first phase today. Nitin Gadkari, H.D. Devegowda, Pabun Singh Ghatovar of Congress to file nominations. Campaigning gains momentum for Lok Sabha polls. BJP launches a Vijay Sankalp Sabha program. BJD chief Naveen Patnaik campaigns in Odisha's Nayakar. In Andhra Pradesh, TDP's Chandrababu Naidu holds election rallies in Kadapa and Rayachoti. Two Hindu girls kidnapped, converted to Islam in Pakistan. Sushma Swaraj seeks report from Indian High Commissioner. Pakistan calls it its internal issue, orders probe. Donald Trump's 2016 campaign did not collude with Russians, says Mueller probe. Reaches no conclusion about whether the president obstructed justice. Trump calls announcement complete and total exoneration.
I've ever heard there was no collusion with Russia. There was no obstruction and none whatsoever. Somebody's going to be looking at the other side. So it's complete exoneration, no collusion, no obstruction.
And India conceded last-minute goal against South Korea in rain-hit match. Settled for 1-1 draw in final minute in Sultan Azlan Shah Cup hockey. Match against Malaysia on Tuesday. First up, all the news on the upcoming Lok Sabha and Assembly elections. Well, today is the last day for filing nomination for the first phase of Lok Sabha polls, and top leaders will be filing their nominations today. Nitin Gadkari will file his nomination paper from Nagpur. Former Prime Minister and JDS President H.D. Devegowda will also file his nomination. He is contesting the Lok Sabha polls from Tumkur constituency in South Karnataka as the JDS and Congress combined candidate. And also Bihar BJP Vice President Putul Singh, whose Banka seat was allotted to allied JDU under a seat-sharing agreement, said that she would be contesting the constituency as an independent candidate. She is also expected to file her nomination today. 91 constituencies spread over 20 states and union territories will go to polls in the first phase on 11th of April. Scrutiny of nominations will be done on 26th of March and the last date for the withdrawal of candidature is 28th of March. News from the BJP's camp. The party on Sunday kicked off its election campaign for Lok Sabha election with the Vijay Sankalp Sabha in Uttar Pradesh. Addressing the Vijay Sankalp rally in Agra, BJP President Amit Shah said that the alliance led by opposition parties cannot secure the country and that only a Modi-led BJP government can do so. He also accused Congress President Rahul Gandhi of insulting the valor of our armed forces by questioning the airstrikes on a terror camp in Pakistan's Balakot. Targeting the opposition leaders, he said that they are dreaming to remove Modi, but they do not have the guts to fight the Lok Sabha polls. Amit Shah also spoke at length about the welfare initiatives of the Modi government and said that the general election is also about the development of 50 crore poor people. While Shah addressed a rally in Agra, other top leaders, including Union Minister Rajnath Singh, Sushma Swaraj and Nirmala Sitharaman, addressed public meetings at different places. And Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath also addressed the Vijay Sankalp rally in Saharanpur. The BJP said that it will hold over 250 such rallies on Tuesday.
उनको पूछते चुनाव कहां से लड़ोगे? कहते चुनाव नहीं लड़ेंगे। राज ठाकरे चाहते हैं मोदी जी को हटाया जाए। कहते पूछते चुनाव कहां से लड़ोगे? तो कि चुनाव नहीं लड़ते हैं। चंद्रबाबू जी को पूछते चुनाव कहां से लड़ोगे लोकसभा का? कहते नहीं लड़ेंगे। ममता बनर्जी को पूछते चुनाव लोकसभा से कहां से लड़ोगे? कहते हैं नहीं लड़ेंगे। स्टालिन जी को पूछते चुनाव कहां से लड़ोगे, कहते हैं नहीं लड़ते हैं। चुनाव लड़ना नहीं है और मोदी जी को हटाने के स्वप्न एक गठबंधन वाले का देख रहे हैं। मित्रों, मुझे बताइए, एक और मोदी जी और तीसरी ओर इस सत्ता और स्वार्थ के लिए इकट्ठा हुआ एक गठबंधन है और एक गठबंधन इस देश का भला नहीं कर सकता।
And the BJP on Sunday also released a list of its 9 more Lok Sabha election candidates, taking the total number of names announced by it to 306. 6 candidates are for Chhattisgarh and 1 each for Meghalaya, Maharashtra and Telangana. The party had earlier announced that none of its 9 sitting Lok Sabha members from Chhattisgarh will be fielded in the polls. The party has given a ticket to Santosh Pandey on Rajnandgaon seat. It has fielded Jyoti Nand Dubey from Korba, Arun Shourie from Bilaspur, Vijay Baghel from Durg and Sunil Soni from Raipur in the state. Meanwhile, the Mahagathbandhan or Grand Alliance in Jharkhand on Sunday announced the seat-sharing agreement among the Congress, the JMM, the JVMR and the RJD for 14 Lok Sabha seats. The Congress will contest on 7 seats, while the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha will contest on 4 and Jharkhand Vikas Morcha 2. The Mahagathbandhan has left the Palamu seat to the RJD. However, RJD Jharkhand Unit General Secretary Sanjay Singh Yadav said that the party did not accept the seat-sharing formula, which was decided in its absence. He added that the Congress, the JMM and the JVM announced the agreement unilaterally without RJD's consent. The 4-phase Lok Sabha polling will be held in the state on 29th of April.
कांग्रेस 7 सीटों पर चुनाव लड़ेगी, झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा 4 सीटों पर चुनाव लड़ेगी, झारखंड विकास मोर्चा 2 सीटों पर चुनाव लड़ेंगी और राजद के लिए थोड़ी सी अभी जो आप लोग भी सवाल करेंगे, जो मुझे पता है कि राजद के लोग अभी तैयार नहीं हुए हैं, उस पर चर्चा चल रही है। कांग्रेस के लोग इसका प्रयास कर रहे हैं और उनके लिए पलामू सीट को कांग्रेस ने सहमति बनाई है कि उनके लिए पलामू सीट छोड़ा जाए और वो उनके खाते में दिया जाए। और सीटों के कौन कौन सीटें हैं वो भी आपको बता दिया गया। रांची, खूंटी, लोहरदगा, पश्चिमी सिंहभूम, हजारीबाग, धनबाद, चतरा में कांग्रेस के प्रत्याशी होंगे। दुमका, राजमहल, गिरिडीह, जमशेदपुर में झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा के प्रत्याशी होंगे और कोडरमा और गोड्डा में झारखंड विकास मोर्चा के प्रत्याशी होंगे और पलामू में सभी सहयोगी दल मिलकर राजद को सहयोग करेंगे।
Meanwhile, the Congress party also released a list of 10 more candidates, 4 from Maharashtra, 3 from Bihar and 1 each from Jammu and Kashmir, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. B.K. Hariprasad will contest from Bangalore South, while Karti Chidambaram from Sivaganga and Tariq Anwar from Katihar. News from Odisha, where the ruling Biju Janata Dal on Sunday announced the names of candidates for 9 assembly constituencies for the upcoming elections. Now, the names were declared by Chief Minister and BJD President Naveen Patnaik 6 days after the party released the first list of candidates on 18th of March. In the fresh list, BJD has named Preetam Padhi as its candidate from Potangi Assembly seat, Pradeep Kumar Dishari from Lajigarh, Prakash Chandra Majhi from Jhargram and Mukund Sodhi from Malkangiri segments. Assembly elections in Odisha is scheduled to be held along with the Lok Sabha polls in 4 phases. Meanwhile, Odisha Chief Minister and BJD President Naveen Patnaik on Sunday asserted that his party would bag all the 21 Lok Sabha seats in the state. Addressing a rally in Nayagarh, he said that no national party would be able to get a majority in the upcoming elections. All right, let's get to some other news. Finance Minister Arun Shourie has called the Congress party the original creator of the concept of dynasties owning political parties. Arun Jaitley said this in a Facebook post titled, "Is the Congress party now paying the cost for its dynastic character?" He blamed the party's current situation on its dynastic character. He said in the blog that there was a little place for people of high caliber in dynastic parties, and an insecure leader is scared of the shadow of more talented people. Arun Jaitley added that the dynastic culture demolishes organizational structure and mitigates against attracting leaders with talent or mass following. Arun Jaitley wrote, "Is this the reason for the current mood within the Congress party? Is it also the reason which persuades the Congress president to cross the line of decency and dignity when he refers to the Prime Minister?" Jaitley added that dynastic parties succeed on the strength of some generations of the dynasty. They sink with the others. He further said that the Congress has been out of power for 5 years and is staring at another possible defeat. Time for some other news now. India has sent a note verbal to the Pakistan Foreign Ministry over the abduction of 2 Hindu minor girls in Pakistan and their alleged conversion to Islam. Now, this followed a Twitter spat between External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj and Pakistan's Information Minister Chaudhry Fawad Hussain over the matter on Sunday. The incident on 20th of March happened in Pakistan's Sindh province, where 2 Hindu girls aged 15 and 13 were abducted from their village in Ghotki district of Pakistan's southern province of Sindh, where a majority of the country's Hindu population lives. And soon after, a video went viral in which a cleric was purportedly shown solemnizing the nikah, or the marriage of these 2 girls. In a separate video, the girls can also be heard saying that they had accepted Islam of their own free will. Now, Sushma Swaraj tweeted on Sunday morning that she had sought a report from the Indian High Commission in Islamabad over their disappearance. However, Pakistani Information Minister said on Twitter that it was Pakistan's internal issue, and adding that it is not Modi's India where minorities are subjugated. Now, this led to a war of words between the 2 ministers, with Sushma Swaraj noting that she had only asked for a report from the Indian High Commissioner in Islamabad about the kidnapping and the girls' forced conversion, but it made him jittery. Remember, the Hindu community in Pakistan has held massive demonstrations calling for action against those responsible for the kidnapping and conversion of these sisters. Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has ordered a probe into the matter.
हमने कहा कि हम पुलवामा और आतंक को अब अपनी नियति नहीं मान सकते। मुंबई टेरर अटैक को नियति माना होगा उस सरकार ने, लेकिन हम इसको अपनी नियति नहीं मान सकते। एक हरकत भी अगर और हुई तो हम चुप नहीं बैठेंगे, इसलिए गेंद उनके पाले में है। आप उनसे बात करिए कि ऐसी हरकत दोबारा ना करें। और इस पर पता है वो क्या कहते थे? इन दैट केस वी आर विद यू।
All right, let's get all the updates. Akhilesh Suman is now joining us on the phone line for more details. Akhilesh, we understand that Sushma Swaraj has asked for a report from the Indian High Commissioner in Pakistan and has also sent a note verbal to the Pakistan Foreign Ministry over the abduction of 2 Hindu girls in Pakistan and their alleged conversion to Islam. What more can you tell us?
You know that in Pakistan, this is coming up as a big problem. And according to the reports, you know that almost 1,000 Hindu girls are forcibly converted in Pakistan every year, and they are under the age of 12 to 25. And many organizations inside Pakistan had also recognized it. And then they have a bill also had been pushed in Sindh Assembly in November 2016 itself, but because of the internal pressure, the bill was not passed and it is lying in the Sindh Assembly. So it is coming up as a big problem inside Pakistan. And India has, had been raising this issue time and again. If you go to the history, on March 28, 2018, Minister of State for External Affairs General V.K. Singh had informed Lok Sabha in answer to a question that India had been raising this issue time and again, that Pakistan should care for the minorities in its own country and this will be good for them. But this is this is a way that this is a very planned affair of some terrorist, militant organizations, religious organizations, and one of the major organizations behind this is Jamiyat Ulema Islam, Jamaatul Dawa, and Falah-e-Insaniyat. They are all in a way that regiment people of Pakistan for going into radicalization, for going into terrorism, and the Hindu girls become a very easy prey for them. And they are mostly from the scheduled caste community of Sindh province in the main. So I think India has been saying this, that this should be stopped, they should take remedial action, and then Pakistan has not been recognizing it. But now what we are getting, that Imran Khan has ordered a probe into this incident, and let us see that what happens after this probe is coming. But indeed, that when India says something to Pakistan to do something good, they feel it is an offensive. But it is good for their own country, that the people inside their country should feel safe, and female girls, they should feel safe inside the country.
Absolutely. The minorities should feel safer. That is the question. Meanwhile, Sushma Swaraj has asked for the report from the Indian High Commissioner on the abduction and the forced conversion of these Hindu girls. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, for all those updates there. And with that, we'll take a very short break. News and updates continue on the other side. Stay tuned. Has said that a focused approach in areas such as minerals and energy from oceans can help India become the third largest economy in the next 10 to 15 years. Addressing scientists at the CSIR National Institute of Oceanography in Panjim in Goa, the Vice President also stressed upon the fact that degradation of marine ecosystems should be prevented. He further added that India should tap the enormous potential of blue economy to achieve higher economic growth and initiate programs for sustainable harnessing of ocean resources. Venkaiah Naidu said that with India looking towards ocean to economic growth through blue economy, important institutions like the NIO will have to step up research in areas such as ocean energy. He urged the scientists to contribute to the health and wealth of the nation.
Enhancing more than 80% of global trade, marine and coastal environments constitute a key resource for economic development. Considering the importance of oceans on the life and sustenance of humanity, the United Nations has taken steps to declare the period 2021 to 2030 as a decade of ocean science for sustainable development. Further, the Sustainable Development Goal 14, SDG, what we call 14, proposed by United Nations, which deals with life below the waters, emphasizes the importance of oceans in moderating and sustaining life. With this background, it is very important to prioritize our efforts in ocean science and technology to achieve the national goal of transforming India to be the third largest economy in the coming 10-15 years. If India moves with this speed and continue the reforms, it will become the largest economy, one of the largest economy, third largest economy, or whatever it is. So that being the case, we must all add to the wealth of the nation. We must all add to the health of the nation. We must all work towards taking care of climate change. We must all work towards making new innovations, investigations, research, and come out with new livelihood opportunities, better facilities, and enhance the income of the common people.
Earlier in the day, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu also met the family members of former Goa Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar at their private residence. Member Parrikar died on 17th of March after battling illness for about a year.
I came here to meet the family members of late Sri Manohar Parrikar ji. I had a long association with him for more than say 30 years. He is the finest politician of the modern times.
And President Nath will embark on a three-nation visit to Croatia, Bolivia and Chile today. President Nath will arrive in Croatia today. He will meet his Croatian counterpart and Prime Minister of Croatia and discuss the issues of mutual interest. According to MEA, there is a scope for further investment in diverse sectors in Croatia. It is President's first visit to Croatia. And in each country, his program includes bilateral meetings, participation in business forums, interaction with the Indian community, and address at the universities there. And on the last leg of his visit, President Kovind will reach Chile on 30th, and he will hold talks with his Chilean counterpart and discuss issues of mutual interest. Improving trade and economic relations will be on the agenda. Kovind will also interact with the Indian community. News from Jammu and Kashmir, where 3 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists were arrested by security forces on Sunday from the outskirts of Srinagar. The threat terrorists were identified as Rais Hura, Shahid Bhatt and Ishaq Lone. Police said that the arrest was made on a credible input. Ammunition, including live rounds, was seized from the 3 terrorists. The big international focus, US President Donald Trump's campaign did not conspire with Russia during the 2016 election. Now, this according to the summary of the Special Counsel report by Robert Mueller that was submitted to Congress on Sunday. The report was summarized for Congress by the Attorney General William Barr. The summary letter by Barr outlines the inquiry's findings related to Russian efforts to influence the 2016 election. Barr concluded that the special counsel did not find that any US person or Trump campaign official conspired or knowingly coordinated with Russia. However, the report summary did not draw a conclusion as to whether Trump illegally obstructed justice, not exonerating the president. However, President Donald Trump tweeted in response, "No collusion, no obstruction." Remember, the report is the culmination of 2 years of investigation by Robert Mueller, which saw some of the president's closest former aides prosecuted and in some cases imprisoned.
After so many people have been so badly hurt, after not looking at the other side, where a lot of bad things happened, a lot of horrible things happened, a lot of very bad things happened for our country. It was just announced there was no collusion with Russia, the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. There was no collusion with Russia. There was no obstruction and none whatsoever. And it was a complete and total exoneration.
Sports news now. In men's hockey, the second round-robin match between India and South Korea ended in a draw with a score of 1 goal each in the Sultan Azlan Shah Cup in the Malaysian city of Ipoh. India will now play with Malaysia on Tuesday, Canada the next day and Poland on Friday. The top 2 teams at the end of the round-robin stage will meet each other in the final on Saturday. And with that, we wrap up this edition of our Breakfast News. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day ahead.